From city to city, from coast to coast, you're tuned into The Real Live Wire with your host, Mike Kane and Ray B.
Good morning. All praises to our Father and Yeshua HaMashiach. You're tuned in to The Real Live Wire. As always, I'm your host, Mike Kane, and I'm here with my beautiful co-host, Ray B. Peace be with you, Ray B. How are you today?
Good. Peace be with you. Let's start things off with the encouraging word of the day. Psalms 31:24. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart, all ye that hope in the Lord.
Amen. Thanks for the good word. There's so much going on in the world today. It's clear we're living in the end times. Here's a story that's an example of just how bad things are getting.
Exactly. Woman stabbed outside Foot Locker store in Fairfax District. 1 arrested. Fairfax District, Los Angeles, KABC. A man was arrested for allegedly stabbing a woman outside a Foot Locker store in the Fairfax District Wednesday afternoon, police said. Los Angeles police said the stabbing occurred around 2:40 p.m. in the 7700 block of Melrose Avenue outside the shoe store. Bystander video, which has gone viral and is now the subject of a police investigation, shows the woman get stabbed after a fight involving several people erupted on the sidewalk. A man is seen running away as the woman screams in pain.
Bad stuff, real bad stuff. Yeshua taught us to love our neighbors as we love ourselves, and for women to obey their husbands in all things. If people would stop chasing after money and shoes and material things and follow the teachings of Christ, this so-called domestic violence wouldn't happen so often.
Yes, there's an order to relationships. First is the father, then Christ, then the husband, and then the wife. And we need to follow the order so our house can have peace. There is no need for anybody to get stabbed over some shoes. It's time for people to take responsibility and establish a close relationship with the Most High.
Amen. I agree with that.
Now here's a story that'll leave cold shivers down your spine. Girl gives teacher note about her mom's boyfriend, then a body was found in a freezer. Las Vegas. A young boy was found dead Tuesday in a freezer at Las Vegas home after his sister handed her elementary school teacher an alarming note that will prompt a homicide investigation. In the note, the children's mother wrote that her boyfriend was holding her against her will inside their home, according to Las Vegas homicide Lieutenant Ray Spencer. She stated that she didn't know where her young child was. Spencer said of the note's contents, and that she believed he was deceased. The teacher alerted authorities shortly after 8 a.m. Tuesday, prompting a team of Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department officers to begin surveilling the family's home in northeast Las Vegas.
Are you serious right now? People, what are you thinking? A body in the freezer? A baby's body stuffed in the freezer? Is disturbing. Very disturbing. That's all I can say about this story. It's seriously time for prayer.
It is. Now here's a nightmare of a story. A teen ate leftover rice and noodles. Hours later, doctors amputated his legs and fingers. Hours after eating leftovers from a restaurant, a 19-year-old was admitted to the hospital with multiple organ failure and later had both his legs and all his fingers amputated. The Massachusetts college student had eaten rice, chicken, and lo mein from a restaurant. Soon after, he felt abdominal pain and his skin turned a shade of purple, according to a report by the New England Journal of Medicine. The teenager was admitted to a hospital for shock, multiple organ failure, and rash, and his condition quickly declined. After further tests, he was diagnosed with a disease which caused his stiff neck, nausea, respiratory collapse, shock, and organ failure, according to the report.
Foolishness. This is a prime example of why everyone should live by a plant-based diet. Now this guy is a multiple amputee patient all over leftover chicken and noodles. Are you serious right now?
Now here's a common story.
Utah takes custody of a 4-year-old whose father told him to shoot at cops. A 4-year-old boy whose father allegedly told him to shoot at cops in McDonald's drive-thru was taken into child protective custody, police said Tuesday. The boy and his 3-year-old sister are now in state custody following the wild incident at the fast food chain in Midvale, the Unified Police Department of Greater Salt Lake told the Post. The children had been in the car when their father, Sadet Shamil Johnson, 27, became enraged over an incorrect order and pulled a gun, police said. Johnson then allegedly instructed his son to shoot at police officers as he was being taken into custody by responding cops after McDonald's workers called 911, Sergeant Melody Cutler said. So we want to hear your thoughts of this story. So please like, share, and subscribe, and leave your comments below. What do you think about a 4-year-old shooting at police because his dad told him to?
And now here's a word from our sponsors.
DCMB Clothing. Don't call me black. Shop DCMB Clothing at DCMBclothing.com. Time for our health and wellness. What's our health and wellness story, Ray B?
Arnold Schwarzenegger's part-time vegan diet lowered bad cholesterol and shocked his doctor. The Terminator won't be saying hasta la vista, baby, to his plant-based lifestyle anytime soon. Weeks after escaping a Los Angeles car crash, Arnold Schwarzenegger has revealed that leaning into a mostly vegan diet has lowered his bad cholesterol significantly. So much so that his physician thought his lab work belonged to someone else. Mike, can you help me with this?
My bad cholesterol number is so low that my doctor thought I might be a different person.
The 74-year-old action star wrote in the latest edition of his email newsletter, Insider reported, "Low-density lipoprotein, a type of cholesterol, is sometimes called bad cholesterol because it's linked to higher risk of heart disease." Yeah, I heard that he said he's 80% vegan.
80% vegan? Are you serious right now? Now, I'm glad Arnold's not eating 300 chickens a day. But what is 80% vegan? You're either plant-based or you're not. So Arnold, just take the leap and just become 100% plant-based. So stop eating the beef. That way you don't have to tell your doctor, it's not a tumor.
I agree with you, Mike. While we're on the subject of beef, here's a beefy story. 40-person brawl breaks out at a Golden Corral over steak. Police in Pennsylvania are investigating after a fight broke out at a Golden Corral, allegedly over steak. Video from the scene shows dozens of diners throwing furniture and slamming high chairs in an all-out brawl. Police confirmed to NBC News that about 40 people were involved in the fight. The social media videos depict the chaos of the scene at the time, and most individuals were gone upon police arrival. Only a few minor injuries were sustained. A former employee of the restaurant told the local CBS affiliate KYW that his co-worker told him the argument started over a shortage of steak at the buffet.
Steak at a buffet? Beating up people at Golden Corral over a piece of meat. Is it really that serious? That shows how far America's society has deteriorated. There is no respect for others anymore. 6 feet apart, social distancing has really caused people to lose their minds. People have become very selfish. Don't lose respect for your neighbors. Don't let negativity change who you are. Stay prayed up and walk in love and good charity. That's my advice.
Amen, Mike. This is a follow-up story. Returning to The View, Woopie Goldberg plays it cool after 2-week suspension. Woopie Goldberg returned to The View Monday after 2-week suspension, with virtually no attention paid to why she had been out in the first place. She thanked all the people who reached out to her while she was away, noting that comments came from folks in places that took her aback. She said she listened to everything everyone had to say. On the January 30th episode of The View, during a discussion about a Tennessee school district banning the book Mouth, Goldberg said the Holocaust was not about race, it's about man's inhumanity to men.
Well, you know, Ray B, the truth is coming out. The true Hebrews are the so-called Black Americans. Ashkenazi Jews are Gentiles. They're not Hebrews. It's really time to end the charades. Calling the true Hebrews black is the anti-Semitic behavior. There really needs to be a congressional investigation into the identity of the true Hebrews because identity theft is a crime. That's my take on the subject.
Agreed.
Well, that's all we have for today. Until next time,
Peace, love, and
blessings.
blessings.